Bowsette. We all know her, we all love her. We all bust a nut to her sometimes, right? But everything, like, the internet explodes with Bowsette. We all like her, and we all want her to be in Smash Brothers. But what if I told you that she should not be in Smash Brothers? Here's the thing, like, Bowsette should not be in Smash Brothers, nor in any Nintendo property, and I'm going to tell you why. I mean, a lot of companies have this weird idea of taking very popular fan characters and making them their own. So they think they're satisfying the fans, but in reality, they're just, like, totally screwing up the imagination of certain people's involved. Like, even the guy that made the character himself. Like, take, for example, My Little Pony. Someone related to one of the staff members on the show made a character called Button Mash. He doesn't have a cutie mark yet, he plays the video games, and he's quite enjoyable. But here's the thing. He was related to someone that worked at Hasbro, and the character ended up getting featured on the show, as is the perk of knowing someone or being someone who works for the show. But it's not all fun and games. Like, once your OC is in the show, it's their property. Because, like, Hasbro makes it a point to never add OCs. But when people complain about adding Button Mash, Hasbro responded by going, yeah, it's not an OC. So, Hasbro has claimed full ownership over Button Mash, and that's why Jan Animation and WIIWACC's successful series, Button Mash Adventures, never got past episode 1, because Hasbro filed a C&D after the pilot. If that's what Hasbro can do with Button Mash, who knows what Nintendo's going to do to Bowsette? I mean, heck, if Nintendo is going to take down, like, Pokemon fan games and Metroid Prime 2 remakes or whatever, and who's to stop them from claiming Bowsette all themselves? Like, technically, if you look at the official Nintendo art books, it has been confirmed that Nintendo planned Bowsette to be a thing this entire time. But, you gotta think, like, if Bowsette was planned to be a thing, and then someone else made it into a thing to drive up the demand, Nintendo's going to make it a thing. And you know Nintendo, they're very strict about their intellectual properties. They took down a bunch of ROM sites so they can launch their virtual console-esque services on the Switch. They took to YouTube to launch the Nintendo Creator Program because they hate free advertisements, or whatever. Who's to say they're not going to go on Twitter or Tumblr and take down a bunch of Bowsette images because they should be the only one doing Bowsette now? And all the sexualized stuff? Forget about it. Nintendo is all family-friendly on their own properties. They're not gonna make something that intense. I think the most intense they've ever gotten was Luigi's Mansion. Who even plays that anymore? And now for the random statement of the day. Waluigi is never coming to Smash. Smash Bros. Ultimate will never have Waluigi, and I'll tell you why. Like, Waluigi is a meme now. Like, you know Robbie Rotten, and everyone always compares him to Waluigi. And Robbie Rotten's a meme, and a lot of people will argue that Waluigi is a meme now. And the European Union has recently passed a legislation which effectively banned memes. Granted, that only applies to the European Union, but the implications it carries could affect the entire world. Because unless the European Union wants to create their own intranet where the websites that don't meet these requirements are blocked, essentially every single website in the world will have to comply with the demands. And because Waluigi's a meme and the memes are banned, of course Nintendo's not going to put him in Smash because that requires a link license, a reference license, a meme license, whatever. Like, Waluigi is a meme. Europe banned memes. Nintendo of Europe will not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye, peoples.